company is Cybersoft, and they've developed a software solution which helps in debt collection. And obviously, after the subprime bomb, pass it on to Amir Siddiqui sir. Gracious sir. Oh, okay.
And I have to do it here because I have to walk through.
Sure, if you could.
Global eClaims, which is next generation electronic claim forwarding system, and I'm going to show you how we can. I'm here to show you how capitalizing on the debt crisis we are in, we can convert Cybersoft. We can take it to the next level and use global eClaims to take our business to $7 million in 3 years. I don't have to really preach what's happening in the financial markets out there. Everybody knows too well if somebody's feeling the pain there. For us, it's an opportunity because we're playing in a space that's called debt collection. And that, I shouldn't say prosper, but that kind of plays right into it. I don't have to explain credit. I mean, if it's not cash, it's credit, and credit turns into debt. Everybody knows in the development electronically, because there's so many systems out there. They just don't compare. I mean, they just can't process data from other systems. Imagine sending that out of Oracle Financials into SAP FI or likewise. So there are lots of different systems that creditors run, and a lot of the systems that the collection agencies run there. And so what they have to end up doing is they send these claims manually, sometimes in Excel as emails, and they would make copies of the invoices, statements, and they would shoot it over to the agency out there. And we've estimated an average cost of $6.50 that is spent on doing this is claimed to be sent out there and vice versa. So it actually enables disparate systems to talk to each other. And what it also does is it actually makes them real time. And you could actually send the data, translate it, and then get the feedback from the clients in real time back to it. And that enables you to do some MIS on it. Also, you can actually you can take data from one agency to the other if you're not doing a good job there. So it makes it all real time. And what we do is we charge it by $1 to send, and the receiver pays $1 to receive it. So it ends up paying $2 round trip. So just looking at the economics, I mean, instead of paying $6.50, you end up paying $2, and you get everything real time. So the system is out there. I just want to expose you the landscape out there, how this whole system interacts and works with each other. There are creditors out there, there are agencies, there are collection attorneys out there who are at the end there who would end up collecting on it, and then the debt buyers. So the whole process starts by creditor sending the claim to the agency, who would, of course, the invoices are probably past due. After 15 days, they would drop it to an agency out there who would try their luck for 30 days or 90 days, depending on how the debt is structured. And if they can't do it, they would send it out to the attorneys out there. And the attorneys try to do it. If they're not doing a good job, they're going to pull the files from them and give it to somebody else to collect on it. So that's called recycling of debt. Or they would send it to the attorneys directly, or whatever is left off, which is not collected, they would take it and they would sell the debt out to debt buyers. So these are the secondary and tertiary markets out there in the US. And they would buy the debt on, say, 6 cents to $1 or 7 cents to $1, and they would again start the same process again. They'll send it to the agency, send it to the attorney, and so the cycle goes on until the debt is really dead, and they will throw it out, basically. All these green lines were Global Claims plans to monetize, basically. So every time you send data from point A to point B, that's where we try to monetize. Global eClaims model is very simple. It's like a toll road. You have an easy tag, you pass through it, it takes a credit off it, and when the credits run out, the service stops, basically. So it's prepaid, no upfront cost, free to register, self-service portal. It's low maintenance, high margin. There's very little customer support required on it, very robust technology, no client-side installs required, and no billing. We don't have any AR department for it. Market is wide open. This is surprising. I mean, when everybody's trying to look for niche markets, there's only 2% market penetration out there. We have got only one competitor who's there for the last 10 years, Global You've Got Claims, and they kind of stuck with the proprietary technology that they have. We came in later, came up with the XML and SOAP and all that good stuff. It integrates imaging and stuff like that. Our estimate market size, our estimate is 50 million transactions per annum. If it is recycled 3 times, that makes 150 million transactions at an average cost of $2. The total market size is 300 million per year. With the investment that we are seeking right now, we intend to go take our level, which is at 50,000 claims a year. We want to take it from 50,000 to 1 million claims with the potential revenue of $2 and 2 and 2.5 and 5 million at the end of third year. Global claim is real. The proof of concept is already done. We have paying customers. Our current total volume is 50,000 claims right now. We're seeking $1 million. What we need is a real nice sales and marketing staff. Basically, we need to hire a top-notch sales staff. We're going to spend money in client acquisition and enhance and scale our hosted platform to take more traffic out there. Client acquisition. This is really a forwarder-driven. Imagine getting a JP Morgan or Bank of America. You get one forwarder, and your volumes will jump to like 5-6 million claims a year, just like that. So our model is to go for one large forwarder and other miscellaneous clients out there. That's how it rolls out. Our revenue forecast is going from 600,000 right now to almost 7 million in 4 years. Can we do it? Our track record is we have over 70 clients in the US who are using our debt collection solutions right now. So we're actually working with the agencies that use our debt collection. That's another segment that we have that's already out there. We already have 2,500 attorneys in the network, in the global e-claims register, because it's free to register there. So we already have a network. We need a forwarder to start pushing business to it. We got industry recognition in 2006 with our debt collection solution, and 2007 Global e-claims was voted as best new product. I'm done. This is Amar Qureshi is myself. And my CEO Glenn is basically a corporate person. He's been with Sears for 20 years, left as a director. He was in charge of their credit and collections department. He also helped launch the Discover card. This is one of the articles I have. I'd be happy to share it with you. I have copies for it. This came out in the press about global e-claims and the market. And we really like to be the Google of debt collection. We need the credit funding to make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry.
What I found a little troubling was that your revenue growth from last year to this year was very little. I would say like 5%, 6%, something of that. And that I find very troubling, especially since you guys have been in business since, as you say, since 2001 or 2003. I would have expected a somewhat larger growth, especially because, like you said, currently there's this big debt crisis going on. I would have thought a lot more growth than what you already achieved.
Yes, I think that's a good question. Actually, we started in 1998. We got busted when the dot-com got busted. We were doing telecom solutions then. So that's when we started working in the debt collection industry there. And this is totally organic effort, organic growth. There is no capital infusion. Sales are mostly word of mouth, basically. There is no sales department per se. And Glenn joined us like a couple of years ago. So there has been no sales department out there. It's primarily word of mouth sales on the debt collection. So that's why we're seeking investment to have a really nice sales and marketing effort to really take it to the next level. That's why we came out now to raise some money.
If you want to be Google, if you really want to be Google, then you have to have a more automated way. I would imagine that what you're doing, you don't need a person, a direct sales force as such, as much as a solution that allows people to sell.
I would contradict that. The reason is that if you have to go to a large forwarder, it's not like a small bank somewhere. It's like Bank of America. Just to go through a sales cycle is big enough. To get to that client, you need at least a $300,000 salesperson who could actually get into it and get that. So it's more branding also, because you have to give them assurances also that this is a company here to stay. You can't win Bank of America with a small. But these are large forwarders out there. That's where the real business is. So in order to get to them, you need to spend those dollars out there to get to them.
How much money are you raising?
$1 million.
And how are you going to spend it?
We want to hire sales staff, and we want to be like going to trade shows and stuff like that. Just one senior person and 2 other sales executives. That's going to eat up $500,000 right there.
Exactly. So then, how many shows do you want to go
We normally we budgeted like 4 shows, which are like actually asset-based lending CFA shows. I mean, especially when these large forwarders are coming in. Basically, that's where we want to go.
So even that, all that adds up to about half a million. What's the other half?
Well, there's $500,000 plus 100,000 there, and then of course some we want to really upscale our platform also, which is it needs to be on a more so it can take the traffic and all that. So some of the money is going to go into that. Some is going to go into the product enhancement, also reacting to the different needs that come out. So some of the money will be apportioned to that.
Okay, so you put $1 million in, you hire 3 salespeople, you go to 4 shows, you buy some infrastructure. What does the company look like 2 years later? What's it worth for that?
Well, what we have is, see, we didn't want to really jump and say we're going to take in $5 million and produce $25 million. It's not like they're going to go take our, I mean, we want to get some business in, raise the valuation, and then go for the second round after that. That's how we're trying to structure it. We're not saying this is it, this is not the end of it. We're just trying to pace it in a way where we can hit certain milestones and then go raise another round after that.
What's your vision? What is this company? It's a great, it sounds like a great business niche, business plan, you know, whatever.
Well, our vision is to be the Google of debt collection, but I mean,
But how big is that? Is Google a debt collection?
well, it is not.
$1 billion business?
Well, the whole debt collection industry is like a $12 billion industry total. So, I mean, total, that includes all products and services out there. We are probably in 5 years or 6, 7 years, we could be anywhere from $70 to $100 million. That's what our optimistic thinking would be.
What's the exit?
The exit strategy is there are lots of players like Fair Isaac, Experian, and TransUnion who are in the acquiring mode right now. So if we could get acquired, that is one, or whenever the market gets right, we'll probably do an IPO.
Amir, my question is, are you going to continue supporting both your legacy products as well as the global eClaims product? And if so, why?
Yeah, the reason is that our legacy products give us a close time with the players in the market. So we have agencies as our clients, and we have creditors also as some of our clients, because we're getting into other first-party type applications also. So that gives us a pulse on the industry there. And that is how we were able to come up with this thing, because we were able to identify this niche market out there. So, but that's very important to us. That's not going to really hang roses for us. It's not going to generate big time revenue. And that's what the reason why we came into global eClaims, because we knew that this legacy client server based license model is not going to take you too far. So we're looking for something which is truly scalable.
Thank you very much, Amir Saab, for a very interesting presentation. Thank you very much. A big hand.